giving him a lot of success, and Amaz is going to start with the Druid, kind of what we were thinking originally.
Yeah, look at the start, by the way. This is not a bad start.
Wow.
I would have loved to see him start with Hunter, but I think Druid is his second best option. And boy, what kind of game is this going to be?
I mean, in most matchups, that draw would be insane. That's exactly what you want in the mirror. Against Mage, it's not actually that good. Part of the reason the Druid is so favored against Mage is because you want to save that Ancient Allure until after they play Alexstrasza to get out of burn range, and then deal with their Alexstrasza. Now, that is the best card in his deck, which he just drew. Now it's a good draw. But, yeah, getting back to what I was saying, this draw really wants to innervate that Ancient Allure, otherwise it's just not doing much. But at the point where he does that, he's out of innervates, and he's out of that healing card. That'll only leave him with a second Ancient Allure and like one Earthen Ring left in the deck. So, you know, I mean, we'll see. It might work out for the best. But
well, Black Knight has certainly got to be a worse card than Ancient Allure is right now.
No, there are 4 taunts in that deck. You can get rid of a mirror image without any issue.
2
with this Black
damage,
Knight.
sick value.
it's almost like it has charge.
Yeah, you know what? I actually,
Almost.
I actually like using Wrath here to dig because Wrath is pretty dead in this matchup. And I don't think he wants to play the Ancient Allure this turn. I think he wants to wait till 5 to play it. He wants to play this Black Knight on 6 and then hopefully use this second Innervate later in the game to really start powering some stuff out. But he wants to dig to his combos. He wants to start putting some pressure on. And that's not a bad card to draw either.
Yeah, like the Mage deck's not going to put him under a lot of pressure. You could double Innervate, play Ancient Allure there, but you might as well just wait a turn and save yourself an Innervate.
Yeah, I agree.
He's using, like, sometimes in the later stages of the game, you want to hold on to Wrath just so you always have an answer for Alexstrasza on turn 9. And in this case, it's fine to do this because it's still pretty early in the game. He'll either draw Big Game Hunter or just have enough dudes in play to deal with Alexstrasza by the time that it would come out.
Some real heat coming into his hand.
That's right.
But this Mage deck is not short on cards by any means.
Yeah.
Hey, there's one of those taunts you were talking about.
Yeah, and I mean, next turn, turn 6, we definitely could see Black Knight come down. Best value you're going to get out of him.
Yep.
Well, right now he has to decide exactly what he wants to do here. Does he ping his own guy, draw an extra card?
Yeah, he's got a lot of options. Personally, I would play Arcane Intellect and then probably Mirror Image just to be mana efficient. But yeah, he could justify a lot of plays here.
Well, that mirror image, I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, yeah. Black Knight value. All right. So I would imagine the Arcane Intellect, he has 2 of them in hand. You got to get one of them out, right?
No matter what he follows this up with, he should have done the other thing first just to see what he drew. But this is fine.
I was really thinking about it a little bit because, you know, you can always play those Arcane Intellects later if you're not really afraid of dying too quick. So definitely is a choice still.
Yeah.
He's really digging deep here.
Yeah, he's thinking heavily, but you
Hey,
know
when
what?
you're
You're playing for an extra $5,000.
You better dig
time.
deep.
Yeah, might as well take your time every turn. Yeah, I like Arcane Intellect here. If he ended up pinging, he would have 2 stuck in his hand. Just might not have time to play both of them throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Well,
I'm going to guess Black Knight's coming in.
I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. Like, if he plays Argent Commander and rushes into that, I'm really upset.
You're really upset.
Yeah. This Black Knight has to kill when these mirror images.
Think about how upset Black Knight is.
Think about how upset Mirror Image token is.
I know. And there it goes. Value right there. All right, well, the mirror image does its job, you know, saves some health.
Oh.
I like that. But
Look
that
out.
means his 1/3 won't do anything unless he runs in one of these guys. I guess if he plays that, he wants to do that anyways.
Yep.
It's always a bit of a risk to go for the Doomsay or Frost Nova play against Druid because they do play Keeper of the Grove.
That's quite right. No, you don't have mana for that.
Oh, this is really interesting.
Yeah,
You know, the one thing about RDU that I do have to say, and he is the only player that really focuses a lot on Freeze Mage in this tournament, he freezes at the drop of a hat. He does never hesitate to freeze minions.
that's sort of, you know, it's funny you say that because I've noticed the exact same thing. And every time I play this deck, I'm always pretty conservative with my freezes. I'm curious if that's why I don't do so well with it.
Maybe. It's actually really hard to say because I'm pretty much the same here. And look at this, he actually forces the draw.
Yeah, it's a heads-up play from Amaz there. He's trying to force not only RDU to burn a card, which could have potentially been Alexstrasza, which would have been a free win on the spot, but on top of that, it just gets him closer to fatigue, which, honestly, the games with Freeze Mage, sometimes they just come down to that.
It could be. It could be. And he does get rid of that one secret there, the Ice Barrier.
But that's actually kind of an important one to get rid of, too. Because when they get low, a lot of times you're going to finish them with something like just a Force of Nature, or maybe just a Druid of the Claw. And one of those being gone means it's a lot less likely for him to have that out when you go for a kill.
This is looking kind of rough for RDU. I mean, he has 2 more freezes left in his hand, 1 more Frost Nova in the deck, but he's kind of forced to play one here at this point, which and basically he's burning his freeze a lot earlier than you usually want to.
Yeah.
When he gets to turn 7, 8, 9, I mean, he's very unlikely to have that second Frost Nova, and these Doomsayers are just not very likely to trigger.
You know what's kind of annoying here for him is this Acolyte. If it gets attacked again, he's going to be in a full hand. So he has to decide here if he wants to, like, burn the coin randomly. Yeah. Because he can't risk losing, like, the Pyro, right? Or the Fireball, even.
Let me ask you this. Does he Ice Lance one of these minions?
Well, let's take a look. How many Flame Strikes? 2 Flame Strikes. Probably let him live, I'd say. That's really interesting. Yeah, I think I would rather burn a random card than coin, but I see the logic there. You might need every point of burn in your deck, and yeah, missing out on a Fireball might be the difference between winning and losing the game.
And like you said, if he hits out, if Alex Raza gets burned, that could just be game over.
He actually has it in his hand.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah, it's the first card in his hand.
Okay,
so.
my bad.
Yeah,
if he burns Archmage Antonidas.
Doesn't have that one. Sorry. Well.
Yeah, Amaz just deciding which threat to play here. I guess the more mid-rangey Mage decks, you tend to want to hold on to Argent Commander just to get value with the Divine Shield immediately. If you go for phase, they can just ping it off. But in a matchup like this, I think he just wants to be mana efficient. Yeah, I agree with Amaz here. Just go for the phase.
Well, I don't know if I like that much because of the Flame Strikes. Like, I feel like I would have killed off this Acolyte to make it a little bit more difficult. At 7 mana, you could bump into that and just Flame Strike and clear the board, but it does let him keep that.
Yeah, that is sort of strange, actually.
Yeah, you might even draw a Flame Strike here. No.
It is worth noting that Amaz is one of the few players in the tournament that is playing a Druid deck with only 1 copy of Force of Nature combo. So it's not like super likely that he's threatening lethal on turn 9. And I think RDU might have noticed that from watching his previous matches.
Yeah, definitely could be.
That might give him some more time to develop things that aren't ice block.
Well, another freeze does go down there. Ooh. And, you know, again, that's actually that Argent Commander wouldn't have died if he had just killed the Acolyte.
Yeah.
That's like such a free ping at 7 mana. It just doesn't, I don't like it.
It would be frozen, but.
Yeah, a lot better than dead, right?
Yep.
Well, just going to face, really putting that damage on right now.
Well, this tells me 2 things. Number 1, if he draws, he's kind of telegraphing Savage Roar, honestly. So if he has that, RDU's just dead. But you also notice that he cannot sweep this board without using some spells here. And this could get potentially really rough. I imagine you Vaporize.
You think so? That 4/1 is going to run right into Vaporize.
Yeah, but it's still 4 damage.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Amaz has drawn so many cards at this point that you just almost have to expect him to have Keeper of the Grove at this point. Which is why...
I think he actually doesn't, though, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, he might.
Yeah, you could draw into it pretty easily, but to commit that's a little bit crazy.
He's also
he has the Wrath, so he can just remove it anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, this will work out just fine for Amaz. I mean, I think you Wrath and you play... Well, you Wild Growth before anything, because I don't think playing Ancient Allure is correct until he's already played Alexstrasza.
Yeah, you know what? It's because he's already played one of his Ancient Allures, too. I think if he had still one in the deck, you could make a justification for it, but when you only have 1 left, I think you have to save him for the heal.
Well, we should be seeing... Oh, he's going to go ahead and cycle through, draw a card.
Looks like Amaz agrees.
Oh.
Cool.
Go for it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh.
What just happened?
He went to face.
Interesting.
Well, I guess he's going to swipe then.
Maybe he's considering just letting it.
No, I think he's going to swipe hero power.
He has to swipe here. If he he doesn't have to hero power because he's got the spell damage.
Well, I think he still will.
I'm a little surprised that he chose to do it this way though, instead of just using 4 damage from the Black Knight. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, honestly.
It is late in the day. These players have not been working on
this
much
does force a pop though.
Wait, is he going to let it trigger?
That's what I was saying. I think you.
I don't understand if he lets it trigger.
Yeah, well, that's the only way that like not attacking it is arguably better. I don't know. This leaves a.
That has to be the only way it's arguably better, is with that. You know what I think he's doing with this swipe? Earlier, when he played against this deck, he was in a position. Well, okay, well now things are looking a little grim. But
thing is,
gosh, he should have swiped there.
I feel like he should have, because that would have put his opponent at 8, which means the Rag would trigger the Ice Block next turn no matter what. Like,
he's got to force a nature swipe here. He has to kill this Alexstrasza.
Oh, of course, yeah, he definitely has to.
Which is what
take the
you
coin
just
flip.
mentioned. If he still had that Wrath, he wouldn't be in that position.
Yeah.
You know, if I know Amaz, then Ragnaros is the right play here. I mean, it's roughly a 110% chance of killing Alexstrasza, and you get a hero power on top of that, maybe play Yeti. Yeah.
Ragnaros and Amaz are
I really
best
don't
friends.
like not killing that. I like actually still don't get it. You guys are gonna have to explain to me later.
I don't like a lot of things when I watch. It's like a common, even in our team. Like I respect Ties and Gar as players, but we often disagree on all sorts of things.
Yeah, that's one of the beautiful things about Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own style and their own choices that they make, and obviously Maz's worked out for him.
All right, so he knows at this point it's Ice Block. It's not Spellbender or Mirror Entity. We know that.
It's definitely not Mirror Entity.
RDU was pretty liberal with that first Ice Lance.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's a lot of damage.
That's 18 damage,
Yeah, it's
but
an
he
Ice
doesn't
Block,
have
right?
the mana for it yet.
Yeah, see, I think the play here is Fireball Face again, play Doomsayer.
That's pretty nice. Well, it looks like he wants to dig a little bit deeper.
I'm a little curious why he wants to do this.
Well, it's, let's see, 12 plus 6. Well, that's a good card.
Well, now I guess you Fireball and Frostbolt.
Could even make an argument for Vaporize. He did just use Force of Nature.
Yeah.
I think RDU knows that Amaz only plays one copy of the combo, so...
Well,
yeah,
if you Fireball and Frostbolt this turn, he's going to fall to 11. And then, am I counting this wrong? 7, and then he's got Frostbolt. Then he's got Blood Mage, Fireball, Frostbolt, Ping.
you should, yeah, I mean, you could justify any play here that's not Acolyte. I'm okay with anything but Acolyte.
Anything but Acolyte.
What about Blood Mage Pass?
Oh.
Blood Mage Pass is a funny one.
I don't think Blood Mage is a play.
That's true.
It's only a burst play. You can't play it here.
Pinging
of
himself
course.
is probably not optimal as well.
Yeah, pinging himself is a weak one.
You know what? That establishes dominance, though.
It sends a message, really. Gets in his mind a little bit.
Well, looks like it is going to be the Frostbolt.
Yep.
I
He's
guess that
going-
prevents 1 damage from an attack of the Druid as well. And he still has the 1 Frostbolt in hand if he gets that other
Yeah.
Ice Lance, so.
All right. Amaz is-
Well, I got bad news for Amaz.
He better heal up.
This game's unwinnable.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep. It's not possible to win. Is the
He's
only
got
other
2 Frostbolts, Fireball, and Blood Mage.
Well, he used 1 Frostbolt.
Oh, did he? Oh, he just did.
Yeah,
6,
if he heals
7,
up for
8, 9.
5, then he might live.
The only other healing card in Amaz's deck is Earth Ring Farseer, and I think that over the course of 2 turns, which is what it's going to take for Amaz to even threaten lethal through that Ice Block, RDU is almost guaranteed to have lethal through that.
Well, you know, if he goes, I feel like this is like a pretty easy player lore.
Oh,
I
wow.
just-
Honestly, this is the play that probably gave him the highest chance of winning the game. In the event that that's a Vaporize or an Ice Barrier, that's... Yeah.
well, he knew it wasn't an Ice Barrier.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, that's
and
true,
in fact,
yeah,
he knew
yeah,
it
my
wasn't a
mistake,
Vaporize. So,
I mean, it's very unlikely, right? But
yeah.
I think there's like almost 0% chance that you win by playing Ancient Allure.
Yeah.
It
I
slows
mean-
the game down, but it doesn't win, so...
Well, this is going to be game 1 to RDU.
Yep.
With this Freeze Mage deck, he was able to freeze things just enough.
All right. Well, that's a pretty strong win there for RDU, opening up, winning the first game.
Yeah, Freeze Mage wins again for him. It's definitely been his go-to deck. Really falling back on the Miracle Road, but I think that Freeze Mage has gotten him maybe 1 or 2 wins in the first game, like a couple times in the event so far.
I gotta ask, Reina, do you think he's gonna go for his Priest deck, or is he gonna go for his Hunter deck?
It's a tough call because I have a hard time imagining a scenario where Mage beats either one.
Yeah.
That Priest deck, like the early game healing doesn't matter, right? They play Alexstrasza, you're at 15. So at that point, you start just spamming your heal cards, kill the Alexstrasza, and I think you just fatigue the Mage out. I don't see how he can actually deal 30 damage. He's not playing Sorcerer's Apprentice. He doesn't have a 30 damage OTK, so that leaves him with throwing Burn at the face, hoping that Amaz eventually dies, but I think the Priest can just match it with healing, so I think that he's in a pretty good spot. I'm pretty sure Amaz is going to win, like, regardless of which deck he picks, but the safe pick would be Priest. It's really a different dynamic in a best of 5 than a best of 3. In a best of 3, when you're down a game, you have to pick the deck that gives you a chance to 2-0, not just the deck that has the best chance of beating the deck that you just lost to.
Right.
But in a best of 5, I mean, I don't know. Does he want to expose Priest this early to a counter pick for Miracle? Maybe you just go Hunter and hope that RDU doesn't have a solid answer. I mean, he knows RDU's classes, and all these classes are weak to Hunter, so I think... Yeah.
I got to agree with you on the Priest, though, because if he... I don't want to see the Miracle pop out against the Priest. I know he beat the Priest or the Miracle before with Priest, but if we see that matchup again, I don't think that's going to happen like that.
I mean, that was...
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
It's like that was a big anomaly. Reels didn't draw Gadgetzan Auctioneer. Everything he did got picked apart. Amaz just had all the right cards.
Yeah.
Assassin's Blade came down, and Harrison Jones came off the top.
I want him to save the Hunter deck to counterpick the Rogue, because it's Rogue and Shaman, and it can beat the Shaman as well.
My honest opinion, this Hunter deck counterpicks everything RDU has. I think you just go with Hunter here. It's close, though.
I would have led with Hunter. And that being said, I would go with Hunter here for sure.
Okay.
Because I think he can just 3-0 with Hunter. Honestly, I really do. There's not even a reason to play Priest.
All right, looks like he is going with
He
Hunter
agrees.
here. Yeah.
He agrees.
Okay, so RDU's up 1-0 in a best of 5. This is the grand finals of the DreamHack 5-game Hearthstone Championship.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Because Flair's so important in this matchup, do you literally just mulligan for Flair, or are these
Yes.
other cards just as important?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was
Literally
thinking
mulligan
too.
for Flare. If you do nothing but hero power every single turn for the rest of the game and you have a Flare, you cannot lose this matchup.
It's pretty tough.
If you sit there AFK, pay 2 mana to hero power, and end turn every turn for the rest of the game, that plus Flare wins this matchup. At some point, you have to Hunter's Mark and Alexstrasza, but like, that's almost all he has to do.
Sounds easy.
Yeah, the trick is to just not use Flare and draw it.
Well, he did keep some of these other cards, it looks like. I believe that Animal Companion bow he actually kept in his hand.
Yep.
You know, by keeping these like mid-game cards like Animal Companion and Eaglehorn Bow to curve out with, he actually left open the opportunity for Flare to be in something like the bottom 5 cards of his deck, at which point, even with trackings, he might not see it before the game ends.
We'll see a coin into that ping right there, trying to prevent damage as quickly as
I'm
possible.
a little surprised by that. I would think that coin is a little bit more important than 1 damage. My personal opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, he just used coin to gain 1 life.
Yeah, it seems a little bit weak.
Yeah.
I guess the follow-up of 1 damage as well. It's a swing of 2.
Wow. A Druid hero power.
There it is.
Nisha, all right, that's probably the best piece to see from RDU's side. You don't want to see Huffer there. Well, no, I suppose Leok is... Yeah, there's no way Unleash.
I feel like Leok is better for Amaz, because who the heck wants to Frostbolt a Leok?
It's just, no one's going to kill it if you get it.
Like, the minion's so bad that you don't want to kill it.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Makes sense.
Then 1 turn later, you're like, why didn't I kill this last turn? This guy did 2 points of damage.
It's a great strategy.
Yeah.
That's how I built my Hunter deck for this tournament, too.
No one wants to kill his cards.
Right.
I mean, there's something valid about that.
Inferior minion theory.
This is why, what is the name of that terrible spell power card we were using?
Kobold Geomancer?
Dalaran Mage.
Dalaran Mage.
Yeah,
no one kills Dalaran
No
Mage.
one has ever attacked
Sickest spell power.
Yeah. I have never attacked a Dalaran Mage ever in my life.
Oh. Well, so he's putting some damage on right now. Did draw that turn. You think Frostbolt ping? You clear this up?
It's tough. I mean, and there's some merit to just playing like Mirror Image here, taking the turn to develop a trap. Maybe just drop Vapor. I mean, there's so many choices. Honestly, Vaporize isn't that bad. If he's been paying attention, he knows that Amaz's deck is more of a Rush Hunter deck, so that Misha is basically the best target for Vaporize in the deck, unless you're trying to maybe get a Leroy or something.
Especially since you already used one of the boars. Like, the odds of running a Stone Tusk boar into that, much lower now.
Yeah, it avoids it getting popped by Unleash the Hounds or a Wolf Rider later. So, yeah, I don't know.
Well, it does play the Vaporize, so you'll be able to take that out this turn.
Oh, my mistake. Yeah, if you play the Vaporize, there's no way you play Mirror Image. That's, yeah.
Probably not. Probably not.
No, I think it's good. I think it's great to play Mirror Image after the Vaporize.
I have a habit of like casting the play that uses all the mana.
Oh,
but,
don't worry. When you're casting, you say some pretty stupid stuff. Yeah.
Even when I'm not casting, I say some pretty stupid stuff, to be honest. But look at this damage that he's put on this Mage already. It seems like it's very accurate, your call, that both these decks basically just win against Freeze Mage.
Yeah, Hunter is a fun deck for this field, honestly. There's just so much Charge Druid, so much Miracle Rogue that You know, a really good fundamental strategy. You know, fun fact for the viewers at home: if you reduce your opponent's life total from 30 to 0, they lose. And Hunter is so good at doing that so quickly.
You know what I found out the other day, actually, is that if you're playing Warrior and someone kills you and you get 4 armor, like if you're at 0 health and 4 armor, you die.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought you lived.
How did that happen?
Oh, it would have to be like a Consecrate.
It was
that hits Armor Smith,
It
right?
was a Hellfire that hit my Armor Smith and 3 of my minions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah. All right, so in Amaz's position, this is a lot of damage that's coming in at this point. This Ice Barrier is going to stave off a lot. Gain 8's actually pretty good against Hunter, who knew?
Yeah, he never wants to kill that loot order. He just wants to take that damage for a while, get that extra dog off of Unleash.
Yeah. Whoa!
Okay, then.
I very much disagree with that.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking that.
Is that what trap is that?
I believe it's a freezing, isn't it?
I haven't seen anyone. Oh, actually, Amaz plays a whole assortment of traps, but that one is freezing, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, he has Misdirection, 2 freezing, and an explosive. I guess we just didn't notice which one it was.
You know what? RDU's hand is actually pretty good.
Yeah, some damage. Hey, maybe just start
you just start going to face?
Yeah, right? And then use Alexstrasza to heal?
I kind of think you do. This is 12. I mean, look, I think you play Azure Drake here. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And I think Mirror Entity comes down as well.
Yeah.
Does it, though? That would open up a really good Unleash turn.
It would, but he's got to remove everything if he does that. Actually, he has a chance to win this. If he just starts going to face and uses that Alexstrasza for heal, as you say.
You know, like I said, like Amaz didn't aggressively mulligan for Flare. If it's in the bottom 10 cards of his deck, he might just lose this game.
This is a tough spot. How much merit is there to using Leroy and Unleash this turn?
Is it getting better? I'd probably do it.
Yeah, I don't think it is, honestly.
Well, you're going to deal a lot of damage.
You just need 6 damage.
Maybe you need to save the Unleash just in order, like in case you drop Buzzard, it finds you your Flare that you need.
You know what? I was thinking about that too, but sometimes you got to just kind of take what you're given. Like, how long can he hold on for Unleash? Like, look at this board position.
Yeah, how does he use this hand to actually conquer this situation?
That's true. Once he starts taking damage from Azure Drake, it might not even come down to RDU even needing the Ice Block. It might just race him.
I think you got to Leroy Unleash, use Hunter's Mark on this Azure Drake, and hope your opponent doesn't have something like Blizzard or Flame Strike, which is pretty likely, but...
I think you also go to trade with the Whelps rather than go face of the 1/1s just to protect your freezing trap.
Well,
he can kill one of them.
Yeah, he's got the 0/2s in play.
Like, I guess he could hit it with
he's using his second Hunter's Mark.
Yeah. That's actually smart.
It is and it isn't. Now that he's used Deadly Shot and he's about to use... Oh, he's going to let the Azure Drake live. Really?
Is that a freezing
trap? That has to be a freezing trap.
I don't remember what trap it was, honestly.
Yeah, we're bad, but it has to be a freezing trap.
It doesn't. Well, it's still, like, awkward, right? Because RDU just knows that it's freezing trap since he let it live, so he's just not going to attack ever. He's just going to send damage at the face.
Yeah, that makes sense. Has a Blizzard to clear this out if he likes.
You know what he doesn't have?
10 health.
You know what he doesn't have down is an Ice Block.
That's true.
So he's got to be worried.
Do you have to Blizzard here, though?
Yeah, you absolutely have to Blizzard.
I think it's just too much damage if he...
Oh, look at that. You know what? This is something that RDU has done twice in this tournament now, which is use Ice Lance as a gain life card.
Yeah, he's very aggressive with that card.
And now he's going to get to develop Ice Block. This game could really turn around.
You know what that tells me that he's using Ice Lance right there? It tells me that he's not going for the 30 to 0 you play with Mage. He's not going to try to burn him out from a high life total. He's all in on that Alexstrasza, targeting Amaz rather than himself to heal.
Which this is a pretty critical turn now. He doesn't have the mana to do that yet. He can't die this turn unless... Oh, geez. Whoa. Yep.
I mean, again, I don't agree with the order of drawing cards, but this is fine.
Does he set this off? I mean, it would give another charge, which would completely suck, but...
No, I don't think you do. I think you just leave it there. The spell damage, I think, is important.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
It's like a Dalaran Mage right now.
That's a Dalaran Mage.
Yeah.
Should Amaz have attacked last turn? He has second bow, doesn't he? Did he attack? Did attack, yeah. That's right, Ice Lance,
Misdirection probably never going to go off either.
Yeah.
Look at this. He can only get him to 1. That's brutal.
This is
brutal
huge,
right now.
Oh, my God. That is, like, just...
Oh, geez. Amaz is going to need to draw Flare.
The chances of Amaz drawing lethal there were about 50-50, looking at his list.
Well, we're definitely going to see that Alexstrasza.
Oh, my gosh. 1 point of damage make the difference. Should he have not cleared that whelp? Maybe.
Well, we're gonna see.
No, I'm pretty sure he's going to clear the whelp. If he didn't clear the whelp, the Azdrake could be hitting him in the face. Not that it would have mattered, I guess, with the Alexstrasza play.
Well,
I mean,
let's see. I mean, you just pop it, right?
What option do you have?
I guess you attack the Alexstrasza here with the Arcane and Hunter's Mark, right?
Yeah, because you're just going to use hero power next turn anyway. Like you're not going to attack into an ice barrier.
yeah, you have to. There's no drawback to it either because RDU's at 9 mana, so you know he's going to have 10 next turn either way.
I mean, what else is he considering here?
I mean, it's over, right? Like, RDU's entire hand is burned, right? 2 fireballs, Frostbolt, and Ice Lance you just drew.
Yeah, I mean, we know the game's over. We're just trying to tap into the thought process of Amaz.
Yeah.
This is a rare treat.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's considering. Yeah, he's got the bad news now. Maybe he doesn't want a Hunter's Mark. Maybe he's just going to hope that his opponent's greedy and just attacks with Alexstrasza.
I guess you could hope that. He's at 1 health. If he did attack and the misdirection went off, you could lose because of that.
Yeah.
But leaves everything.
Yeah, RDU's not going to play into that. He's too good. Wow. And that's going to do it. Game 2's going to go over to RDU now.
Well, that is why we mulligan for Flare. But very well playable players, I think.
I got to say, I honestly think Amaz should have mulliganed for Flare in this matchup.
I think so too.
He's a little bit unlucky to be 1 damage short, but my goodness.
Ace win.
If you asked me in the beginning of this match who I thought would win, I'd say RDU might be slightly favored. But now that RDU is up 2 games, by the way this tournament's been going, I think Amaz is...
He's got it in the bag.
He's got him right where he wants him, right?
Look at those 2 thought steals.
He's lulled him into a false sense of security. Yeah, this will be... This game is mostly going through the motions.
He's lured him into a false sense of security.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's typical Amaz.
Would you have kept both thought steals?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought so. Huh. Well.
You know, we did talk about mulliganing for early pressure, though.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think thought steal is just so powerful. Like, if you thought steal twice early in the game, you might just grab the card that is auto win.
It's so hard to lose, I think.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty solid draw from the Mage deck. I mean, you have Arcane Intellect, right? It's going to draw you towards all that burn and all that freeze that you need to get up to that position where you might win the game. Azdrake must be one of the best cards in the matchup, I imagine. I mean, 4-power creature.
Yeah, that's definitely true, but I mean, if it's like 1 4-power creature or 2 4-power creatures, the priest deck can kind of deal with it.
Oh, look at this. Amaz going aggro.
Oh, all right.
This is what we were talking about. He wants to force out burn spells, which will extend his overall life total.
I would fireball this 100%. You don't need fireball for the lethal OTK. Oh, this is actually...
Yeah, I mean, he only has 5 damage right there, unless he has
you know
like
what?
a Holy Smite. It's
I
pretty
really
good.
like using this Loot Hoarder here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It dies to that little guy. Clever. Well, Frost Nova's not very good in this matchup, I don't think. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Mirror Entity isn't either.
I was actually about to ask which creature do you BM Power with Shield?
Oh, wow. Look at how much burn he's got. And an ice block.
The second fireball is actually one of the burn spells that he has the option to actually just use as removal because it doesn't fit into that OTK that he needs to win.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? This game is looking pretty brutal, honestly. I think if you're in Amaz's spot.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
But
I think that one of the ways he wins is if Alexstrasza is one of the bottom 2 cards.
That, I hadn't even considered that.
Yeah.
That was actually, that's true.
Because right now it's looking real bad.
yeah, I mean, this is a great start for him.
Wait, the way that Amaz wins
But-
Alexstrasza?
Yeah, if Alexstrasza is like one of these bottom 2 cards.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think either way, Amaz is still like really far ahead.
Gosh, I don't know. This looks rough for him, I think.
For
Amaz, I think this looks really bad.
really?
Yeah.
I'm with Artosis here.
No, I mean, I think he's completely fine.
Yeah. The first 3
Why
hits.
do you think it looks so bad?
RDU's got almost all of his burn in his hand.
Yep.
Amaz has 1 relevant play right now. He doesn't have a relevant play for probably 2 more turns.
that burn is not going to kill Amaz without the Alexstrasza, and that Azure Drake's first 3 attacks are basically irrelevant because you're basically starting at 15 life in this matchup anyway. They're going to Alexstrasza you at some point.
I'm not going to disagree with that, but he's still got to kill this Azure Drake. Because at a certain point, if that Azure Drake deals enough damage, he could just push.
It's true. It is a spell power minion being in play. Can't freeze it forever. Maybe just
It's not that hard to kill the Azure. I mean, he can use a Holy Fire on it if he ends
Right,
up
but then
wanting
that
to.
takes one of the Holy Fires out of his hand.
That it does.
Yeah.
But he could also do things like Holy Nova twice. The Holy Nova is a pretty weak card here.
that's a few turns off though. Might have to. It's a tough call here.
I mean,
I like Holy Nova heal yourself here. I really do.
is there merit to like Injured Blade Master or Farseer it? No, probably
no,
not.
I think the Holy Nova heal yourself, the next turn Blade Master Holy Nova,
Yeah, I like that.
it's pretty solid. Then he's going to, well, he decides to just kill it right off.
That could be dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, actually, you know what's the sickest thing about this hand? Both ice blocks. It's impossible for Amaz
Yeah.
to Thought Steal ice block.
Wow. Thinking of just dropping this Doomsayer.
Wow. That draw.
Pretty good. He needs... here's the thing. Is he going to jump the gun and do this too early? And you know what? That Holy Fire that he used that last turn on the Azure Drake. A little bit rough.
This is rough. It's so tough to decide what to do here.
All right, so continuing to remove everyone on his friends list.
These are people
Oh,
he's
that
played in
hurts.
the tournament, by the way.
These are all other competitors.
Yep.
He's looking at his hand, trying to decide what to do here.
Yeah, the question is just do you Doomsayer or not?
I mean, I like it. What else are you going to do with it? Kind of. You just want to tempo him, right?
Yeah, you could potentially use it with that Frost Nova later. Priests don't generally tend to play Silence, but you know that runs the risk of like a Shadow Word Pain or a number of cards. Crazed Alchemist, sometimes they play.
Yeah.
That's the worst feeling.
What do you do here for your mods?
Ragnaros, man up.
Why not? Go for it. You know, he still has a lot of heal in his hand.
You know what?
That
I just agree now. I'm on board. I'm hyped.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I watched-
Ragnaros. Only play.
Only play in the deck.
Yeah.
I've watched his stream before. I know what it's going to shoot.
Wherever he rubs on the screen.
Exactly.
You got to be careful rubbing on an iPad, though. Brings a whole new level to a monster game.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
All right,
Wow,
Ragnaros.
he man's up.
Pretty sick.
Ragnaros.
Oh, my God.
Why are you acting surprised?
I don't believe it.
Hey, the other Ice Lance.
Oh, my gosh.
That is 3 plus 8, 11, and then a Fireball
That's 17 damage.
and a Ping.
18 damage.
So, oh, wait. But that's not quite enough because he has Earthen Ring in hand. He can go Earthen Ring
my
heal.
gosh.
In fact, he has a Holy Nova.
Wait,
can go
does he have a
Earth Ring,
way?
Holy
Does
Nova
he have a
heal.
way to kill the Alexstrasza though?
Yeah, the Ragnaros. Come on, Admirable.
Sometimes you just gotta believe.
Well, he's going for
Can
it.
Amaz make us a believer?
Watch,
I
watch
can't-
him draw Holy Fire.
I can't believe I'm witnessing this. Yeah.
Ragnaros is gonna have to hit this Alexstrasza, or this game's gonna be over.
That's crazy. He's still trying to count it up here.
This did not play out how I imagined in my head.
Oh, wait, yeah, he's 1 mana short of healing the extra health. That is only 20 life.
Ragnaros is gonna have to hit this Alexstrasza, or
Oh, my
Amaz's DreamHack
God.
is coming to an
Oh!
I don't believe
So
it!
crazy. Amaz and Ragnaros. That is 20 health right now. That is 20 health.
Ragnaros is a good card.
It's all
Look
right.
at that.
PogChamp.
He can only deal 18 damage right now. He can only deal 18 damage. Yep, may as well dig.
Ragnaros is never going to hit a minion for the rest of the game, by the way.
Yeah, it's going to face. It's the right move.
Amaz and Ragnaros, their best friends. Da-da-da-da-da.
God, what do you do from here? What is your plan from here?
You just cast spells. It doesn't matter what you do. Rejoice. I think you just blast out the Holy Novas.
Why not?
Yeah. Down with that.
You one Holy Nova and heal yourself, and then play Wild Pyromancer and just keep doming.
Well, 2 Flame Strikes in the deck you can eventually clear.
Yep.
Well, no, because he'll just heal up. Of course, he is Priest.
I agree with Holy Nova heal. I wouldn't play the Pyro, though. The only other freezes he has left, I think,
Look
are
at this.
Blizzards and...
I could have sworn Alex Straza was played. He's at 24 health.
Oh
2
my
turns
gosh.
later.
This is bad news for RDU. Oh, there's a Pyro, though.
That is a Pyro. He did that really fast.
Yeah, I mean,
Didn't think too much about it. He's just going for
Oh
it.
my gosh.
This is a lot of damage.
That Pyro Blast may win him the game.
It may indeed.
Oh, no.
6 health. He can gain 4 that we know of right now. He needs to draw a Holy Fire.
Amaz is on about 2 outs at this point, I think.
That's not it.
No.
Okay, you Drake into Earthen Ring. There's a second one, right?
No, I think he only plays 1.
No, there's 2.
Okay.
If Amaz can Azure Drake into Earthen Ring Farseer, he's not dead yet.
When? Not if.
He's got 1 out. And
One
one
out.
out only.
This is crazy.
No, no. Oh, no.
Well, that's not going to do it, guys. He is,
Oh, no. Amaz's DreamHack has
Look at
come
RDU.
to an end.
he is going to be the champion in a moment here, unless he clicks on that iPad.
Oh, and Amaz is shaking his head. This ice block's gonna get popped.
Indeed it is.
And RDU,
He is going to become the DreamHack champion. Just crazy. And that's it.
unbelievable.
Guys, give it up for RDU, the DreamHack champion. 3-0 with Mage. With
Mage OP. Mage OP.
I can't believe it.
What a tournament.
Artosis, you were right. Pyroblast needs to be 11 mana.
It needs to be 11 mana.
Wow! Congratulations to
play.
RDU and Amaz. I thought he had some Ragnaros magic at the end there. Didn't quite make it there, but we're going to get an interview with the winner here, RDU, in just 1 second. We're going to go to Rachel.
Thank you, guys. I'm here on the stage, and it is time for our check ceremony. Amaz is our 2nd place finisher. You did an incredible job. Is there anything else you want to say?
It was a great set of matches. Freeze Mage was really strong, so RDU, good job. And yeah, that's it.
That is it. Well, they're writing your names on the checks right now as we speak. You are the winner of $5,000 at so far the largest Hearthstone tournament of all time. RDU, you are coming in first. Oh, we have our checks. Can I have the checks? Come here with the checks, please. Of course, bring out the check. The lovely, the beautiful Mr. Hellspawn. Here with the check for Amaz, $5,000. The love of the community and the admiration of Priest players everywhere. And now our 1st place finisher, RDU. 3 strong games. What do you want to say?
I was lucky.
You were lucky. I don't know about that. There's definitely some skill involved here, but let's give that check for $10,000 to Mr. RDU. Congratulations to both of you. Congratulations to our 3rd and 4th place finishers. I'm going to hand it back to the panel. These guys are going to run over there for an interview wrap-up, so stay in your seats. Guys, take it away.
Thanks, Rachel. Well,